To worry about tyranny and not be concerned about the tyranny of lawlessness and the tyranny of crime that all of his residents live under right now.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't want to clean up these cities. I mean, DC needed to be cleaned up. Fine, you don't want them, send them to New York, please. Please, Donald Trump, send them here, clean up these streets. I welcome it.
That is an amazing bit of video of Fox News. First of all, the rhetorical thing of, oh, you're worried about tyranny? What about the tyranny of the thing the tyrant's talking about? Like, oh my, well, that is amazing. Yes, you're right. Take away my rights, I'll bow down. The tyrant said that what he's doing is necessary, so clearly it's okay. Then you have Ainsley Earhardt that's like, well, we tried to propagandize to DC people and tell them how crime-ridden their land is, and yet they've got a backbone and they don't want their city to be conquered. Well, I want to be conquered. Come conquer Manhattan. We'll all just lay down in the streets. You can drive the tank right over the back of our skulls. We want to be dominated by Big Brother. And then the Kilmeade was going to say something and it wasn't interesting enough for us to play. So in any event, what they're responding to there is that even though we keep being told, don't acknowledge the fact that crime in DC has been going down, because that's very disrespectful to the people of DC. Well, as we've continually pointed out to you, the people in DC don't want to be conquered. And when you look at the polling, it's not close, okay? 9% strongly support the National Guard and the FBI being there. An additional 8% somewhat support. So that's what they've got, 17% support it. That's just like Republican Capitol Hill interns. That's all that is. It's not the actual residents there. It is 79% against it. 69% strongly oppose it. And I say that's very nice. And because people don't actually want Big Brother to come in and roll tanks down their streets, that makes people a little bit uncomfortable. Now, when you zoom out, and they're hoping you will, and you don't talk to the people on the actual streets who know what the situation is, and you just take people in other parts of the country that have been told over and over, oh no, DC is basically Mad Max, they're a little bit more supportive of it. So more than half of respondents said that they believe the actions aimed at reducing crime are justified. 46% say it's unjustified and not necessary. So 54 to 46, that's very close. But again, those people don't know what the situation in DC is. I mean, we're trying to tell them, we're giving them the stats. And look, they're gonna say, Fox is gonna say, look, the majority supported or whatever. So the Constitution doesn't count anymore. You can conquer the United States because 54% say it's okay. I say, considering how much propaganda there is in America and how unfortunately, at least a third of our countrymen are just waiting to be conquered by an authoritarian. They're just desperate and always have been for fascism to take over, stop them having to make difficult choices, just tell them what to do and how to live their lives and all that. I think this is actually a pretty amazing poll result. But what do you think of it, Jackson?
Well, all I can think about is, well, first and foremost, it's, no surprise that people don't want to be occupied, by, as if we don't already have police officers and stuff like that, on every block or every other block. We already have people to keep us safe or bash our heads in. Like we're not any short of that. And again, first and foremost, we know that being more punitive isn't solving anything. Throw more people in jail. We've already had this approach for quite some time, particularly with nonviolent drug offenses. It hasn't cleaned up the streets of drugs. It hasn't provided more opportunities or more economic equity to neighborhoods and communities that lack that. The real things that cause crime are not being addressed in this country. So again, this is just a big smokescreen at the end of the day. But all I really could think about while we were going over these polls is like, stuff like this will come out, or the fact that Donald Trump's approval is cratering and he's underwater with all the issues. He'll call in because he's always calling into Fox or something. And then they'll be like, well, your polls are down. Like, no, those are fake polls. People are telling me, I heard people saying that I have the highest polling numbers in the history of the presidency. No one's ever accomplished more than my administration in the history of this country. And he goes around and he's always like, 100 days ago, America was, and he's like, we're the hottest country in the world now. Yeah, yes, exactly. We were a dead country. Now we're the hottest country in the world. It's just like, this guy is dangerous. He's dangerous because he has all the power in the world. Luckily, he doesn't have Xi Jinping level of complete power. But still, I mean, this guy's constantly crossing boundaries and breaking the rules and seeing how far he can go. And he's out of his mind and he's stupid.
Oh my God, he's so stupid.
He's so stupid. And yeah, man, I think that we're gonna make it through. I think that these types of times reveal new leaders and also provide opportunity for people to come together and make a difference. But I think we're just getting started with the damage that this man is gonna cause in this term.
Yeah, no, 100%. First of all, people are pointing out very good Trump impression there. I did like it.
Oh yeah, man. I've only been doing it for like 10 years now. I had to get good at it eventually.
Oh, won't it be amazing the last time we're forced to do it? Yes. Oh, come on, blood clot. But anyway, very, very stupid and very, very authoritarian, worse and faster than we expected it would be. And look, while I think I'm right to point out that like 30% of the country just wants to be dominated. Like they're naturally politically submissive. They want a big brother. They want a dear leader. The majority of America doesn't. And we stand up to tyrants. Okay, we take out tyrants here, we take them out abroad. And Donald Trump is doing everything he can, like a good heel in wrestling, to come out and make sure everyone knows he's the bad guy. And so what we have to do, our historic imperative, is to stand up against it. I saw someone talking about whatever happened to Don't Tread on Me. Let's get the flags back out. He is dead set on treading on 19 states and a bunch of other cities. Well, we need to start to, I think, retake up the classic sort of imagery of America's willingness to stand against tyrants, both at home and abroad. He's the tyrant. We should treat him accordingly. And again, the branding is super clear. Like, I don't know if you saw in the Department of Labor building, they unfurled that massive Trump face, like he's just staring out the side. Super 1984, super really, really big brother. It's just like he wants you to see him in that way.
Well, and so you see that he replaced a bunch of the White House paintings with paintings of himself? Did you see the ones?
I did not see that. No.
All over the White House, he's got like meme paintings of himself hung up in the White House. Like there's this one where he's like in some type of cemetery filled with American flags, and everything's on fire behind him. Like he just walked like a movie explosion type of thing. Like, and then there's one where he's like, he's got his face like this, and and it's painted like with the American flag. And then he had a bunch of world leaders over. And there's a picture of the fight. There's one of those paintings in there. He's like, if you look to your right, everybody, you can see that really cool painting of me over there. Like he said something.
Yeah, all this is supposed to make him seem tough, but like the fight thing is just a guy who fell and eventually got back up. I mean, he had to eventually get back up. They gave him a while. And then walking slowly away from the explosion, that's supposed to seem stoic or tough. No, that's the fastest he can go, is a slow walk away from fire.